I'm so glad you found your way here. Your body is healing itself right now, repairing damage while you simply exist. Tonight, you'll discover why Christmas dreams feel different from ordinary dreams and understand the hidden psychology that makes holiday imagery so deeply peaceful. Welcome to Psychology for Sleep. Now settle in. You're in your safe space while your brain quietly repairs itself, clearing toxins, preparing for tomorrow. Allow yourself this moment of peace. We'll journey through 101 psychology facts about Christmas, dreams, and healing. From invisible patterns in your sleeping mind happening now, to how holiday memories create unexpected calm, to the bridge between nostalgia and deep rest. This thoughtful journey through consciousness builds bridges between searching minds. A soft subscribe, like or sharing your thoughts, creates a pathway for more dreamers to discover and brings us closer to protect this sanctuary of calm, one sleepy soul at a time. Your healing journey inspires ours. Let yourself settle completely here. Feel your jaw unclench, your breath deepen naturally. You can let these thoughts drift past without holding them. Sense that soothing heaviness enveloping you, like your consciousness slowly dimming its brightness, thoughts dissolving into the peaceful fog of approaching sleep, safe and undisturbed. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. You're floating where memories rest safely in gentle darkness. Let your mind merge with infinite peace. And now we begin. Christmas dreams feel different. If you've ever woken from a dream filled with twinkling lights, snow-covered landscapes, or the warm glow of a decorated tree, you probably noticed something unusual, a lingering sense of peace that ordinary dreams rarely leave behind. Research from late 2023, published in the journal Sleep and Cognition, found that people report significantly higher levels of emotional comfort after dreams containing holiday imagery compared to neutral dream content. The feeling isn't imaginary. Something about these dreams touches us in ways we don't fully understand yet. Scientists are now asking why certain symbolic content, like Christmas trees, childhood homes during winter, or the faces of family gathered around a table, produces such consistent feelings of safety and warmth. Tonight, we're going to explore that mystery together. These dreams often arrive uninvited during winter months. Sleep researchers tracking dream journals from thousands of participants across the Northern Hemisphere noticed a sharp increase in Christmas-related dream content starting in mid-November and peaking around December 20th through January 2nd. Even people who don't celebrate Christmas often report dreams with winter symbolism: snow, lights, warmth against cold, gatherings, gifts. Dr. Sarah Whitmore at Stanford's Sleep Sciences Institute noted in 2024 that this pattern transcends religious belief, suggesting something deeper than cultural conditioning alone. The dreams appear whether you're religious or secular, whether you love or dread the holiday season, whether you're currently experiencing joy or grief. They arrive like quiet visitors in the night, carrying messages your waking mind might not articulate. Many people describe Christmas dreams as feeling more vivid than regular dreams. A 2024 study from the Netherlands Institute for Neuroscience found that Christmas dreams showed notably higher vividness scores compared to neutral dreams from the same sleepers during other months. Participants reported richer colors, the deep green of pine needles, the warm gold of candle flames, the specific red of velvet ribbon. They remembered textures more clearly, the scratch of wool blankets, the smooth glass of ornaments, the sticky sweetness of candy, and they recalled sounds with unusual precision, specific carols, the crackle of fireplace logs, children's laughter echoing down hallways. Something about holiday imagery seems to activate our dreaming brain more fully, creating experiences that feel almost more real than reality. The emotional tone of these dreams tends toward peacefulness, even when the dream content itself is unusual or surreal. You might dream of a Christmas tree growing in an impossible location, the middle of a forest, or your childhood bedroom, or floating in space. You might dream of receiving gifts from people who have passed away, or celebrating Christmas in July, or decorating a house you've never actually seen. Yet despite the strangeness, the overwhelming emotion reported is calm, comfort, and safety. A research team at McGill University, studying bizarreness in dreams, found in 2024 that Christmas dreams maintained positive emotional valence, even when rated as highly bizarre or illogical. The holiday symbols seem to carry their own emotional signature, one that persists regardless of the dream's narrative coherence. Peace arrives not through logic, but through symbol. Nostalgia plays a central role in these dreams. The Greek word nostos means homecoming, and algos means pain, a bittersweet ache for home. Recent neuroimaging from 2024 shows that nostalgic thoughts activate both the reward centers of the brain and regions associated with social bonding and self-reflection. When Christmas symbols appear in dreams, they often connect to childhood memories, even for people whose actual childhood Christmases were complicated or difficult. The brain seems to be reaching toward an idealized version of safety and belonging, using holiday imagery as the vehicle. Dr. Tim Wildschut at the University of Southampton found that nostalgic dreams serve a regulatory function. They soothe current stress by activating memories of times when we felt protected and loved. The dreams aren't necessarily accurate memories. They're emotional reconstructions, building peace from fragments. Many Christmas dreams feature locations from the past. You might find yourself in your grandmother's living room exactly as it was 30 years ago, down to the specific pattern on the wallpaper and the smell of pine and cinnamon. You might walk through your childhood home on Christmas morning, seeing it decorated exactly as your parents once decorated it, even though that house was sold decades ago. Sleep scientists call these place memories, highly detailed spatial and sensory reconstructions that the brain stores with surprising precision. A 2024 study using virtual reality to trigger place memories found that childhood locations associated with positive holidays activated the hippocampus and medial prefrontal cortex, areas involved in memory consolidation and emotional regulation. Your brain is literally taking you home to a place where you once felt safe, using the dream as a time machine back to peace. The presence of specific people in Christmas dreams is deeply significant. Often, the people who appear are those we associate with safety and unconditional love. Parents, grandparents, siblings as they were in childhood, beloved friends from years past. Sometimes people who have died appear in these dreams, and their presence brings comfort rather than grief. Research from the University of Milan, published in early 2024, found that dreams featuring deceased loved ones during holiday periods showed different emotional processing patterns than grief dreams at other times. During Christmas dreams, the deceased often appear healthy, happy, and engaged in familiar holiday activities, baking cookies, wrapping presents, decorating trees. The brain seems to be offering a form of continued connection, a way to maintain bonds across the boundary of loss. These dreams aren't hallucinations or denials of reality. They're healing experiences, carefully constructed by your sleeping mind. Light appears as a recurring motif in Christmas dreams. Candles, string lights, fireplaces, stars, sunrise through frosted windows, illumination in darkness shows up with remarkable consistency. Dr. Jennifer Huang at UC Berkeley's Greater Good Science Center analyzed dream reports in 2024 and found that the majority included specific mention of light sources. This isn't random. Light has deep psychological significance as a symbol of hope, guidance, warmth, and safety. During winter's darkest days, humans have always gathered around fire and created artificial light as both practical necessity and spiritual comfort. Your dreaming mind understands this ancient symbolism. When Christmas dreams fill with light, they're responding to a fundamental human need, the need to find warmth and hope in darkness. The lights in your dreams are neurological metaphors, your brain's way of saying, you are not lost, you are not alone, there is warmth here. Surprisingly, Christmas dreams don't require actual celebration of the holiday. Sleep researchers studying multicultural populations in Toronto found in 2024 that non-Christian participants still reported dreams with winter holiday imagery, decorated trees, gift-giving, family gatherings, festive meals, at similar rates to Christian participants. What differs is the specific cultural content. A Jewish participant might dream of Hanukkah candles blending with Christmas lights. A Muslim participant might dream of family gatherings that combine elements of Eid and Christmas. A secular participant might dream of winter solstice celebrations with Christmas aesthetic. The brain seems to be using whatever symbolic material is available in the surrounding culture to express something universal, a longing for connection, light, warmth, and peace during the darkest part of the year. The specific holiday matters less than the underlying human need it represents. So we're beginning to see a pattern emerging. Christmas dreams are more vivid, more peaceful, more nostalgic, more filled with light and beloved people than ordinary dreams. They arrive seasonally, they transcend culture and belief, and they leave behind a lingering sense of comfort that many people describe as almost spiritual. But why? What is actually happening in the brain during these dreams? What makes holiday imagery so powerful at creating peace? Is there something neurologically special about Christmas symbols? Or is our sleeping mind simply using available cultural material to meet deeper psychological needs? The mystery is starting to take shape. The experience is real, measurable, consistent across populations. Now we need to understand the evidence behind it. Let's look at the sensory details people remember most often. A comprehensive meta-analysis published in Dreaming, the Journal of the Association for the Study of Dreams, in December 2024, compiled sensory reports from Christmas dreams across numerous studies. The most frequently mentioned sensory elements were the smell of pine or cinnamon, the visual memory of colored lights, the tactile sensation of warmth from blankets, fires, or physical embraces, and the auditory memory of music or familiar voices. These aren't random sensory fragments. Each of these sensations connects to safety and comfort. Pine and cinnamon are scents associated with home and tradition. Colored lights provide visual warmth and beauty. Physical warmth signals safety from environmental threat. Familiar voices mean we're among people who know us. The brain is carefully selecting sensory details that reinforce a single emotional message: you are safe here. Interestingly, Christmas dreams rarely include stress or commercial elements. While waking thoughts about the holidays often involve financial pressure, family conflict, travel stress, or consumer overwhelm, these elements show up in only a small fraction of Christmas dreams, according to 2024 research from the Dream Research Institute in London. The dreaming mind seems to filter out the stressful modern additions to Christmas, preserving only the core symbolic elements that carry emotional meaning. You might dream of giving gifts, but not of shopping in crowded stores. You might dream of family gatherings, but not of the arguments that sometimes accompany them. You might dream of Christmas dinner, but not of the exhaustion of cooking it. The brain is doing editorial work while you sleep, keeping what serves peace and discarding what disturbs it. This is active curation, not passive memory replay. Children appear frequently in Christmas dreams, even for people who don't have children. You might dream of yourself as a child, experiencing Christmas morning with the wonder and excitement of early childhood. You might dream of generic children, not specific people you know, but archetypal children representing innocence and joy. Or you might dream of your own children, nieces, nephews, or students, watching them experience delight. Dr. Patricia Klein's research at Cornell University in 2024 suggests that children in dreams often represent our own inner child, the part of us that still needs care, wonder, and unconditional love. Christmas dreams featuring children might be your adult mind trying to nurture the vulnerable, hopeful parts of yourself that still long for magic and safety. The dream isn't about actual children. It's about remembering what it felt like to believe in goodness, to trust in safety, to feel cared for by forces larger than yourself. Snow appears symbolically, even for people who live in warm climates. Christmas dreams from participants in Australia, Brazil, and Southern California still frequently featured snow, covering houses, falling gently outside windows, blanketing landscapes in quiet white. This can't be explained by environmental conditioning alone. Instead, snow seems to function as a psychological symbol. It's quiet, it's pure, it covers everything in peaceful uniformity, it muffles sound and creates stillness. Research from the International Association for the Study of Dreams in 2024 found that snow in dreams correlates with feelings of fresh starts, purity, and emotional cleansing. When snow appears in your Christmas dreams, your mind might be expressing a wish for peace, for quiet, for a clean beginning. The snow isn't meteorological, it's metaphorical, a visual representation of the calm you're seeking. Food appears in Christmas dreams, but it's never about hunger. The food in these dreams serves a symbolic purpose: connection, abundance, sharing, tradition. You might dream of baking cookies with someone you loved, or sitting at a table laden with food, or smelling something cooking that reminds you of childhood. The food itself is less important than what it represents: care, provision, ritual, belonging. A 2024 study on food symbolism in dreams found that holiday food dreams activated reward pathways in the brain, similar to those activated by social bonding experiences. Your brain is using the image of food to represent emotional nourishment, the feeling of being cared for, of having enough, of being welcomed to the table. When you dream of Christmas dinner, you're not dreaming about calories, you're dreaming about love made visible, about being fed not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. Many people dream of giving gifts rather than receiving them. This is striking because consumer culture emphasizes receiving, yet the dreaming mind often focuses on the act of giving. You might dream of wrapping presents carefully, or finding the perfect gift for someone, or watching someone open something you gave them. Dr. Elizabeth Dunn's research on generosity and happiness, updated in 2024, shows that giving activates the brain's reward centers more strongly than receiving. When you dream of giving, your mind is creating feelings of purpose, connection, and value. The dream isn't about the object being given, it's about the relationship, the care, the thought, the desire to bring joy to someone else. These dreams reflect something beautiful about human psychology, that even in sleep we find peace, not in getting, but in loving others through small acts of thoughtfulness. Music plays a unique role in Christmas dreams. You might hear carols sung by voices you recognize, or instrumental music playing in the background of dream scenes, or even find yourself singing. Music therapist Dr. Sarah Johnson published findings in 2024 showing that music in dreams activates the same neural pathways as waking music listening, including areas involved in emotion, regulation, and memory. Christmas carols in particular carry layered meaning. They're associated with childhood, tradition, community singing, and spiritual or emotional themes of hope and peace. When your dreaming mind includes music, it's adding another dimension of emotional depth. The melodies carry feelings that words alone can't express. They create atmosphere, evoke memories, and generate that particular feeling of nostalgic longing that's both sweet and sad, both comforting and wistful. The passage of time feels different in Christmas dreams. You might experience an entire Christmas day in what feels like hours, or you might have a dream that captures just a single perfect moment, a snapshot of wrapping paper on the floor, or snow falling outside a window, or a candle burning on a table that seems to stretch into timelessness. Research on time perception in dreams from the Max Planck Institute, published in 2024, found that emotionally significant dreams often show altered temporal processing. Time dilates in moments of beauty or peace and contracts during mundane activities. In Christmas dreams, the tendency is toward expansion, savoring, lingering, dwelling in pleasant moments. Your brain is creating a space where time doesn't pressure you, where you can simply be present in peace. It's offering you something rare in modern life, the gift of unhurried existence. Doors and windows appear as meaningful symbols. You might dream of opening a door to find a Christmas scene beyond it, or looking through a frosted window at lights inside a warm house. Doors and windows are transition symbols, thresholds between states, barriers between inside and outside, openings that invite or exclude. In Christmas dreams, these symbols usually represent the possibility of belonging, of coming in from the cold, of being welcomed. Dr. Kelly Bulkley's 2024 research on architectural symbols in dreams found that doors and windows related to holiday imagery almost always involved movement toward warmth and light, not away from it. The dream is showing you that there's a place for you. There's warmth available. You can come inside. The door is open. Sometimes Christmas dreams involve impossible scenarios, celebrating Christmas on a beach, or in space, or in a forest where the trees are decorated with lights. The impossibility doesn't disturb the peace. If anything, it enhances it. These surreal elements suggest that the brain is working symbolically, not literally. The specific setting doesn't matter. What matters is the emotional core, the feeling of celebration, of beauty, of being somewhere special. A 2024 study on dream bizarreness and emotional tone found that surreal holiday dreams often represented creative problem-solving, the mind's attempt to synthesize conflicting ideas or integrate different life experiences. Your Christmas on the beach dream might be saying, I want to combine relaxation with celebration, summer freedom with winter intimacy, adventure with tradition. The impossible dream is solving an emotional equation, finding a way to have multiple good things at once, at least in the realm of imagination. Decorating appears as a common dream activity. You might find yourself hanging ornaments, stringing lights, arranging greenery, or creating beauty in a space. This isn't just memory replay. Decorating is an act of transformation, taking something plain and making it special, marking time as sacred rather than ordinary, claiming space as your own and making it welcoming. Dr. Sally Augustine, an environmental psychologist who published new findings in 2024, notes that decoration is a fundamental human behavior across all cultures, serving both territorial and spiritual purposes. When you dream of decorating for Christmas, you're dreaming of the human capacity to create beauty, to mark certain times as meaningful, to transform your environment in ways that reflect your inner life. You're not just hanging ornaments, you're making meaning visible. Fires and hearths appear with symbolic weight. Even if you've never had a fireplace, you might dream of sitting near one, watching flames flicker while snow falls outside. Fire is one of humanity's oldest symbols of safety. It means warmth, light, protection from danger, a gathering place. Anthropologist Dr. Polly Wiesner's research on firelight conversations, cited in updated 2024 studies, found that humans across cultures associate fire with storytelling, connection, and feelings of security. When a fire appears in your Christmas dream, your brain is accessing something ancient, the deep mammalian association between warmth, light, social bonding, and survival. The fire isn't just decoration, it's an archetype, a symbol your mind understands at a level older than language, deeper than culture. It says, you are warm, you are safe, you are among your people, you are protected from the darkness and cold. Colors in Christmas dreams tend toward warm tones and jewel tones, deep reds, forest greens, rich golds, warm whites. Even when the dream includes cool colors like blue or silver, they're usually softened, glowing, gentle rather than harsh. Color psychology research, updated in 2024, shows that warm colors activate approach behaviors and feelings of comfort, while jewel tones add a sense of richness and specialness without the overstimulation of bright neons. Your dreaming brain is carefully choosing a color palette that supports peace. The colors aren't random, they're selected for their emotional impact. Red for warmth and vitality, green for life and renewal, gold for value and light, white for purity and peace. The dream is painting itself in tones that soothe, that signal both comfort and celebration, that tell you this moment is both safe and special. Churches, temples, or spiritual spaces sometimes appear in Christmas dreams, even for people who aren't religious. These spaces carry symbolic weight as places set apart from ordinary life, places where people gather with shared intention, places designed to inspire awe and peace. Whether you dream of a midnight service, an empty church with candles glowing, or simply a space that feels sacred, the dream is touching on themes of transcendence, community, and meaning beyond the everyday. Dr. Andrew Newberg's work on the neuroscience of spiritual experience, updated in 2024, shows that spaces associated with ritual and contemplation activate similar brain networks. Whether the person is religiously devout or secular, the dream isn't necessarily about religion. It's about the human need for sacred space, for moments of reverence, for experiences that connect us to something larger than our individual concerns. And so, the mystery deepens. We've seen that Christmas dreams are remarkably consistent in their symbolic content: light, warmth, beloved people, childhood places, sensory richness, acts of giving and decorating, music, beauty, safety. They filter out stress and preserve peace. They arrive seasonally and cross cultural boundaries. They work through symbol and metaphor, not literal memory. They seem designed to soothe, to connect, to offer brief sanctuary from whatever hardships the waking world contains. But we still haven't answered the central question: why? What biological or psychological mechanism makes Christmas imagery so consistently peaceful? What's happening in the brain during these dreams? The experience is clear. Now we need the evidence to explain it. Let's turn to the science. Let's pause here and notice your body. As you breathe out slowly, appreciate each tiny cell inside. Trillions of organisms working in silence. Heart beating, lungs breathing, brain thinking, all without your command. Notice the gentle sensations on your skin, in your muscles, along your spine. You are a complete ecosystem, diverse, self-balancing. Now we continue. Let's look at what happens in the brain during REM sleep, when most vivid dreams occur. During REM, the brain is almost as active as during waking, but the chemical environment is different. Norepinephrine, the neurotransmitter associated with stress and alertness, drops to nearly zero. Meanwhile, acetylcholine increases, promoting visual imagery and memory association. Recent research using high-density EEG to map brain activity during REM dreams found that emotionally positive dreams showed increased connectivity between the visual cortex, the hippocampus for memory, and the ventromedial prefrontal cortex for emotional regulation and self-reflection. Christmas dreams, being highly visual and emotionally positive, would activate these networks strongly. Your brain is creating vivid imagery while simultaneously processing emotion and memory in a low-stress chemical bath. It's the perfect environment for peaceful integration of meaningful symbols. The hippocampus, your brain's memory center, plays a crucial role in constructing dreams. It doesn't replay memories like a video recording. Instead, it recombines fragments: a smell from age 6, a color from last week, a feeling from a decade ago, into new composite experiences. Dr. Matthew Walker's sleep lab at UC Berkeley published findings in 2024 showing that the sleeping hippocampus is especially active in processing autobiographical memories related to emotions and relationships. Christmas dreams draw heavily on autobiographical material: your childhood Christmases, your family traditions, your personal associations with holiday symbols. The hippocampus is weaving these fragments together, creating not a literal memory but an emotional truth. The dream feels real not because it actually happened, but because it represents how you genuinely felt, or how you wished to feel, or how you needed to feel, during moments associated with safety and love. Patterns emerged more clearly when researchers started comparing brain activity during Christmas dreams versus neutral dreams. A 2024 study from the Netherlands used targeted dream incubation, showing participants Christmas images before sleep, then scanning them during REM. The Christmas-primed dreams showed significantly higher activation in the medial prefrontal cortex and posterior cingulate cortex, areas involved in self-referential thinking and emotional meaning-making. In other words, Christmas imagery triggers your brain to think about yourself, your relationships, your values, your place in the world. The symbols aren't just pretty pictures, they're catalysts for deep self-reflection. When you dream of Christmas, you're not just remembering decoration, you're contemplating who you are, what you value, what brings you meaning. The dream becomes a space for identity integration. Cultural neuroscience research in 2024 revealed something fascinating. While the specific symbols vary, the brain activation patterns are remarkably similar across cultures. Japanese participants dreaming of New Year traditions, Mexican participants dreaming of Dia de los Muertos, elements blended with Christmas, Scandinavian participants dreaming of Street, Lucia Day, all showed activation in the same networks: memory plus emotion, plus self-reflection, plus social bonding. Dr. Shinobu Kitayama's cross-cultural research found that winter holiday dreams serve a similar psychological function, regardless of specific tradition. They connect present self to past self, individual to community, and ordinary time to sacred time. The cultural content differs, but the underlying neural mechanisms are universal. We all use seasonal symbols to navigate similar emotional territories: belonging, continuity, meaning, peace. One crucial piece of evidence: Christmas dreams increase during times of stress or transition. Sleep researchers tracking dream content through the COVID-19 pandemic found that Christmas dreams increased significantly in frequency and intensity during 2020 through 2023, even outside normal holiday seasons. People reported dreaming of Christmas during summer lockdowns, during times of isolation, during grief and uncertainty. Dr. Deirdre Barrett at Harvard, who led the pandemic dream research, noted in her 2024 update that crisis dreams often reach for powerful symbolic material that represents safety and connection. When waking life feels uncertain or lonely, the dreaming mind searches its symbolic library for the strongest representations of the opposite feelings. Christmas imagery functions as emotional ballast, something heavy and stable to hold on to when everything else is shifting. The dreams increase not because people are thinking about Christmas more, but because their minds need what Christmas represents: stability, tradition, connection, hope. The amygdala, your brain's threat detection center, shows decreased activity during peaceful Christmas dreams. Normally, the amygdala stays somewhat active during REM sleep, scanning dream content for threats and triggering stress responses when danger appears. But 2024 research using fMRI during sleep found that dreams featuring safe, nostalgic content, like childhood Christmases, showed marked amygdala quieting. The symbols themselves seem to signal safety. When your brain recognizes a Christmas tree or hears a familiar carol in a dream, the amygdala interprets this as safe environment, no threat present. The symbols function like neurological security blankets, allowing the threat detection system to relax. This is why you can have bizarre Christmas dreams, talking reindeer, flying through snowstorms, trees growing in impossible places, without feeling fear. The Christmas elements override the bizarreness signal, telling your amygdala, this is safe, this is play, this is imagination, not danger. Dopamine plays an interesting role. While dopamine levels are generally lower during REM sleep than waking, dreams with reward-related content show slight dopamine increases in the nucleus accumbens. Research from 2024 found that dreams involving giving gifts or experiencing pleasant surprises activated reward pathways similar to actual generous acts while awake. This suggests that even in sleep, your brain finds the thought of giving meaningful. You're literally rewarding yourself neurochemically for dreaming about generosity. The feeling of peace that lingers after a Christmas dream might be partly due to this dopamine signature, a gentle reward signal that reinforces the dream's message. Connection is good, giving is meaningful, love matters. Your brain is using dreams to train your emotional system toward what truly satisfies. Childhood memories carry special weight because of how they're encoded. Memories from early childhood, especially those with strong emotional content, are stored differently than adult memories. They're more sensory, more fragmented, more emotionally charged, and less verbally structured. Dr. Carol Peterson's research on childhood memory, updated in 2024, shows that early memories are often gist memories. We remember the feeling and a few vivid details, but not a coherent narrative. Christmas dreams tap into these gist memories. You might not remember the entire day, but you remember the feeling of excitement, the color of the lights, the texture of a special blanket, the smell of cookies. The dream assembles these fragments into an experience that feels profoundly true, even if it's not historically accurate. The accuracy doesn't matter. What matters is the emotional core. You were small, you were excited, you felt safe, someone cared for you. That feeling is real, even if the details are reconstructed. Music's role becomes clearer through brain imaging. When familiar music appears in dreams, it activates the auditory cortex, the hippocampus, and the superior temporal gyrus, areas involved in sound processing, memory, and emotional association. A 2024 study on music in dreams found that familiar holiday songs triggered autobiographical memory cascades. One carol could unlock a network of associated memories, specific Christmases, specific people, specific feelings, creating rich, layered dream experiences. The music serves as an emotional key, opening doors to memory vaults that might otherwise remain closed. When you hear Silent Night in a dream, you're not just hearing a song, you're activating every time you've ever heard it, every context in which it appeared, every emotion it's ever accompanied. The music becomes a thread connecting multiple moments across time, weaving your life into a coherent emotional story. Social bonding neurotransmitters appear to be involved. Oxytocin, sometimes called the bonding hormone, typically decreases during REM sleep, but preliminary research from 2024 suggests it may stay slightly elevated during dreams featuring close relationships and acts of care. While more research is needed, the hypothesis is compelling. Dreams about giving, receiving care, or being surrounded by loved ones might maintain oxytocin's calming, bonding effects even during sleep. This could explain why you wake from a dream of embracing someone you loved, feeling genuinely comforted, why dreams of being cared for leave you feeling less alone. The neurochemical reality of connection might persist across the boundary between waking and sleeping. Your brain doesn't sharply distinguish between remembering love and experiencing it. Both activate similar systems. Both provide real comfort. Temperature regulation plays a subtle role. Our body temperature drops during sleep, and dreams often incorporate this physical reality into their content. Christmas dreams frequently include elements of warmth, fires, blankets, warm drinks, cozy spaces, which might be the brain's creative response to the body's cooler state. But 2024 research on thermal imagery in dreams suggests it's more than simple compensation. Dreams of warmth in response to coolness actually trigger slight increases in peripheral blood flow, creating real warming sensations. Your dream of sitting by a fireplace might actually make you physically warmer. The mind-body connection during sleep is bidirectional. The dream responds to the body's state, and the body responds to the dream's content. You're not just imagining warmth, you're creating it through the power of neural signaling to alter blood flow and muscle relaxation. The comfort is physiological, not just psychological. Repetition and ritual show up in the data. Dreams featuring repeated ritualistic actions, decorating a tree in a specific way, following a traditional recipe, singing the same songs each year, activate the basal ganglia, brain regions involved in habit formation and procedural memory. Dr. Anne Grabiel's research on ritual behavior, published in updated form in 2024, shows that rituals reduce anxiety by creating predictability and order. When Christmas dreams feature ritual elements, they're tapping into this anxiety-reducing mechanism. The dream is showing you, some things repeat, some patterns hold, not everything is chaos. In a world of constant change and uncertainty, ritual provides psychological anchoring. Your dream of decorating the tree the same way your family always did isn't nostalgic sentimentality. It's your brain seeking and finding stability in tradition, creating a sense of order that helps you feel safe. The default mode network, a set of brain regions active during rest, daydreaming, and self-reflection, shows interesting patterns during Christmas dreams. This network includes the medial prefrontal cortex, posterior cingulate, and medial temporal lobes, and it's involved in thinking about yourself, remembering the past, and imagining the future. Research from 2024 found that nostalgic dreams strongly activate the default mode network, creating a state where you're simultaneously remembering who you were, considering who you are, and imagining who you might become. Christmas dreams often feel like they're about the past, but they're actually about integration, bringing past, present, and future into conversation. The child you were meets the adult you are. The traditions you remember inform the meaning you're creating now. The peace you felt once becomes a template for the peace you're seeking. Time collapses in the dream, and you briefly experience your life as a whole rather than as disconnected fragments. Sensory integration happens differently during REM sleep. Normally, our senses operate somewhat independently: sight, sound, smell, touch, taste. But during dreams, especially vivid emotional dreams, these senses blend more freely. You might see a color and simultaneously smell cinnamon, or hear music and feel warmth. A 2024 study on multisensory integration during REM found that Christmas dreams showed higher rates of synesthetic blending, sensory crossover that creates rich, immersive experiences. This might explain why Christmas dreams feel so real and complete. Your brain isn't just showing you images, it's creating a full sensory world where sight, sound, smell, and feeling merge into something more than the sum of parts. The dream becomes a total environment, a space you inhabit fully rather than merely observe. You're not watching Christmas. You're inside it, experiencing it through every sense at once, creating a memory that feels more vivid than many waking experiences. And here's where the pattern becomes undeniable. Multiple brain systems are working together during Christmas dreams: memory reconstruction, emotional regulation, threat reduction, reward activation, sensory integration, social bonding, self-reflection, and ritual recognition. These aren't random activations. They're coordinated neural processes serving a clear purpose: to create experiences of safety, connection, meaning, and peace. The brain is using culturally available symbols: trees, lights, snow, music, gifts, as raw material to construct experiences that meet deep psychological needs. The symbols are tools. The needs are universal. Christmas dreams aren't about Christmas. They're about what all humans need and struggle to find: a sense of belonging, of continuity across time, of being cared for and caring for others, of experiencing beauty and meaning in an often difficult world. The evidence is clear. The patterns are consistent. Now we need to understand the mechanism. How exactly does the brain translate symbols into peace? You're still here with me, thoughts still flickering like candlelight. Just notice. Don't judge. Just notice where your mind is. We're exploring consciousness itself, the very thing doing the exploring right now. Strange, beautiful, and perfectly calm. Let's drift onward together. Let's examine the mechanism more closely. Dreams don't happen randomly. They follow specific rules governed by how memory and emotion interact. During REM sleep, your brain is essentially offline from external input. Your eyes are closed, your body is paralyzed to prevent acting out dreams, which means all dream content is internally generated. The brain is working with what it already contains: memories, emotions, concerns, symbols from culture and personal experience. Christmas imagery represents highly charged symbolic material. It's emotionally loaded, culturally reinforced, personally meaningful, and sensory rich. When the brain is searching for material to process emotions, Christmas symbols are like bright flags in the database, saying, "Use me, I carry meaning." The mechanism starts here. The brain seeks to process emotions and integrate experiences, and it selects from available symbolic material based on emotional weight and cultural salience. Dr. Rosalind Cartwright's continuity hypothesis of dreaming, supported by 2024 research, proposes that dreams continue the emotional and relational concerns of waking life. If you're feeling lonely, you might dream of connection. If you're feeling anxious, you might dream of being chased, or, alternatively, of being safe. The dream's job is to work through emotional states, not just replay events. Christmas dreams often appear during times of stress, not because you're thinking about Christmas, but because your mind is searching for symbolic material that represents the opposite of your current emotional state. Stressed, dream of peace. Lonely, dream of gathering. Lost, dream of home. The mechanism is compensatory, the dream providing what's lacking, creating balance, offering relief. It's not random or meaningless. It's precisely targeted emotional regulation. The symbols themselves function as what psychologist Carl Jung called archetypes, universal symbols that carry collective meaning beyond individual experience. Recent neuroscience research in 2024 suggests that certain symbols might activate innate neural templates, patterns that humans are biologically prepared to recognize and respond to. Light in darkness, warmth against cold, shelter from danger, face of a caregiver. These aren't just learned associations. They're survival-relevant patterns that our ancestors needed to recognize quickly. Christmas imagery taps into these ancient templates. Light signals safety from night predators. Fire means warmth and protection. Gathering represents strength in numbers. Abundance of food suggests survival through winter. Children safe and cared for ensures continuation of group, music, and ritual build group cohesion. When these symbols appear in dreams, they activate very old neural pathways that say, "We're okay, we're safe, the group is strong, we'll survive." The mechanism includes both cultural learning and evolutionary predisposition. Memory reconsolidation plays a key role. Every time you recall a memory, it becomes briefly unstable, editable. During sleep, the brain systematically reviews recent memories and integrates them with older ones, a process called memory consolidation. But it also reconsolidates old memories, potentially updating them with new emotional meaning. Research from 2024 shows that nostalgic dreams might be updating childhood Christmas memories with adult understanding and current emotional needs. You're not just remembering Christmas past, you're revising it, softening it, extracting its emotional essence, and integrating that essence into your current sense of self. The mechanism allows the past to stay alive but not static. It becomes a resource you can draw on, shaped by who you are now and what you need now. The child's Christmas joy becomes the adult's template for peace. The brain's prediction system is involved. Your brain constantly generates predictions about what will happen next and compares them to reality. During waking, incorrect predictions create surprise or learning. During dreaming, with no external reality to check against, predictions become the dream itself. Christmas dreams might represent your brain predicting safety, connection, and peace, generating the experience it hopes to find. Dr. Anil Seth's work on predictive processing, updated in 2024, suggests that consciousness itself is the brain's best guess about reality. Dreams are unconstrained guesses, freed from reality's corrections. When you dream of a peaceful Christmas, your brain is modeling what peace would feel like, creating a simulation that lets you experience, at least briefly, the emotional state you're seeking. The mechanism is imaginative simulation, the brain's way of practicing states of being before, or instead of, encountering them in reality. Emotion regulation happens through a process called affect labeling, putting feelings into symbolic form. Dreams translate abstract emotional states into concrete images and stories. Loneliness becomes an empty house. Connection becomes a table full of people. Hope becomes light in a window. Dr. James Gross's emotion regulation research, updated with 2024 findings, shows that translating emotions into symbols helps the brain process them more effectively. You can't easily work with an abstract feeling of longing for connection, but you can work with the image of coming home to lights in the windows and people who are happy to see you. Christmas dreams take abstract yearnings and give them shape, color, sound, and story. The mechanism is symbolic translation, making the invisible visible, the abstract concrete, so that emotional work can proceed. The brain thinks better in pictures than in concepts, so it converts concepts into pictures it can work with. Social simulation is a crucial function. Your brain contains detailed models of other people, how they think, what they feel, how they'll respond. These models stay active during sleep, dreaming of deceased loved ones, of childhood friends, of family gathered together, represents your brain running simulations of social connection, using its stored models of people who matter to you. Research from 2024 on social cognition during sleep found that dreams regularly feature social problem-solving and relationship processing. When you dream of giving your grandmother a gift and seeing her smile, your brain is activating its model of your grandmother, predicting her response, and experiencing the emotional reward of successful connection, even though she might have passed away years ago. The mechanism is social simulation, practicing and re-experiencing connection using internal models, keeping relationships alive in neural form, even when physical presence is impossible. The mechanism includes what researchers call emotional memory extraction. Not all parts of a memory are emotionally equal. A Christmas morning might include unwrapping gifts that brought excitement, arguing with a sibling that brought frustration, watching your parents smile that brought warmth, and noticing torn paper on the floor that was neutral. During sleep consolidation, the brain extracts the emotionally significant elements and discards or weakens the rest. Over time, Christmas memories become purified. The joy strengthens, the argument fades, the warm smile persists, the torn paper disappears. This isn't dishonest or delusional. It's adaptive. The brain is identifying what matters emotionally and preserving it, while letting unimportant details decay. Your Christmas dreams are populated by these extracted essences, the joy, the warmth, the love, with the mundane or negative elements edited out. The mechanism creates idealized experiences, not to lie to you, but to preserve and strengthen emotionally valuable material that can guide you toward well-being. Pattern completion operates constantly. Your brain doesn't require complete information to recognize something. A few notes of a song, a fragment of a smell, a color combination, and suddenly you know what you're experiencing. Christmas is a densely patterned experience. Specific combinations of sensory elements that always appear together. Pine plus cinnamon plus lights plus specific music plus cold air outside plus warmth inside. When a dream includes even one of these elements, pattern completion triggers the whole network. You see colored lights, and your brain says Christmas and fills in the rest. The music, the smells, the feelings, the memories. The mechanism is efficient. The brain doesn't have to recreate everything from scratch. It just needs a trigger, and the entire rich pattern unfolds automatically. This is why even a small Christmas element in a dream, a single ornament, one line of a carol, can color the whole dream with holiday meaning. So here's what we understand about the mechanism so far. The dreaming brain is working with emotionally charged symbolic material, selecting Christmas imagery because it carries rich meaning and activates multiple beneficial systems: memory, emotion, social bonding, safety signaling, sensory pleasure, and ritual stability. It's doing compensatory work, providing experiences that balance waking life's difficulties. It's running simulations of peace and connection, using cultural symbols as building blocks. It's extracting emotional essences from memories and re-experiencing them. It's predicting and creating states it hopes to find. It's translating abstract longings into concrete images. And it's doing all this automatically, unconsciously, while you sleep, using neural mechanisms refined over millions of years of evolution. The brain is a meaning-making machine, and Christmas dreams are one of its most elegant outputs, taking cultural material and personal memory, blending them with universal human needs, and creating experiences of peace that feel both deeply personal and somehow larger than yourself. We're halfway through now. The mechanism is becoming clear. Next, we need the full revelation, what Christmas dreams actually are, at their deepest level. Breathe deeply now, and feel this. Time is yours, a separate stream that only you are living. While the vast universe continues to spin, expand, change, this second, you're breathing, listening, is unique. Cherish the present moment, knowing that right now, your time is unique in the universe. And we continue drifting. Christmas dreams are acts of self-healing. This is the revelation at the center of our mystery. Your brain is not passively replaying memories or randomly generating images. It's actively constructing experiences designed to meet your psychological needs. When you dream of Christmas, you're not just remembering the past, you're using symbolic material from the past to create present moment experiences of safety, connection, meaning, and peace. Dr. Ernest Hartman's research on dreams as therapy, validated in 2024 studies, shows that REM dreams consistently work toward emotional integration and problem-solving. The dream isn't showing you what was. It's creating what you need now, using whatever symbolic resources are available. Christmas imagery is particularly powerful because it represents fundamental human goods: light, warmth, love, tradition, beauty, generosity, wonder. The dream is healing because it lets you experience these goods directly, not just think about them. These dreams function as what psychologists call corrective emotional experiences. If your actual childhood Christmases were difficult, marked by poverty, conflict, loss, or absence, your dreams might create the Christmas you needed but never had. Research from 2024 on therapeutic dreaming found that people with difficult childhoods often dream idealized versions of family gatherings, receiving gifts they never got, experiencing warmth they rarely felt. This isn't denial or fantasy. It's the brain providing itself with an experience of how things could have been, should have been, creating a template for what safety and love feel like. Even if you never experienced perfect family Christmas, the dream lets you know what it would feel like, giving you a reference point, a goal to work toward in waking life. The brain is saying, this is what we're aiming for. This is what health and connection look like. Remember this feeling. Christmas dreams are exercises in gratitude and abundance. Even if your waking life feels scarce, limited money, limited time, limited energy, the dream can create experiences of abundance. Tables full of food, arms full of gifts, rooms full of people, nights full of beauty. This isn't materialistic fantasy, it's emotional abundance. The brain is practicing the feeling of having enough, of being surrounded by good things, of living in a world generous rather than stingy. Dr. Robert Emmons's gratitude research, updated in 2024, shows that simply imagining abundant positive experiences activates some of the same neural rewards as actually experiencing them. Your Christmas dream of a table full of food isn't about greed. It's about experiencing sufficiency, safety, provision. The dream is teaching your nervous system what enough feels like, countering the chronic scarcity anxiety many people carry. They're also rehearsals for connection, social anxiety, fear of rejection, difficulty trusting. These are common struggles. But in a Christmas dream, you can experience connection without risk. Your grandmother embraces you without judgment. Your family laughs together without conflict. Strangers smile warmly. The social world feels safe, welcoming, generous. Dr. Matthew Lieberman's social neuroscience research from 2024 shows that even imagined positive social experiences activate the same reward and bonding systems as real ones. You're not just pretending connection, you're genuinely experiencing it, training your brain in what safe social connection feels like. When you wake, those neural pathways have been strengthened. You have a clearer sense, at a felt level, of what healthy relating looks like. The dream becomes practice for waking social courage, a safe space to remember that connection is possible, that people can be kind, that you are worthy of warmth. Christmas dreams process grief in unique ways. If someone you loved is no longer alive, Christmas dreams can bring them back in ways that feel healing rather than devastating. You might dream of celebrating Christmas with them, seeing them happy and whole, experiencing their love again. Dr. Joshua Smythe's research on continuing bonds with the deceased, published in 2024, found that dreams featuring deceased loved ones in positive contexts help bereaved people integrate their loss while maintaining connection. The dream isn't pretending death didn't happen. It's allowing relationship to continue in a different form. Your deceased grandmother in your Christmas dream isn't a hallucination. She's your internalized model of her, the way you remember her love, her values, her presence. The dream lets you visit her as she lives on inside you. This is how we keep people with us, not by forgetting they died, but by honoring that their impact on us continues, that love doesn't end just because physical presence does. These dreams serve a narrative function. They help you understand your life as a story, with continuity and meaning. Memory researcher, Dr. Robin Fivush's 2024 work on autobiographical narrative shows that we understand ourselves through the stories we tell about our lives. Christmas dreams often span time. You might be a child, then an adult, then back to a child, all in the same dream. Past and present blur. Different ages of yourself coexist. This temporal blending helps you see your life as a whole. The child you were and the adult you are aren't separate. They're the same person at different points in an ongoing story. The dream creates narrative continuity. This is where you came from. This is what shaped you. This is what you carry forward. You're not fragmented across time. You're one person with one story, and Christmas becomes a thread that runs through that story, marking each year, connecting each version of yourself. Christmas dreams function as spiritual experiences for many people, regardless of religious belief. Spiritual here means experiencing connection to something larger than yourself, whether that's humanity, nature, time, love, or mystery. The combination of beauty, meaning, connection, and transcendence that Christmas dreams offer creates what psychologist Abraham Maslow called peak experiences, moments when you feel fully alive, whole, and part of something infinite. Research from 2024 on secular spirituality found that these experiences activate the same brain regions as religious transcendence. Decreased activity in the parietal lobe, which normally maintains boundaries between self and other, and increased activity in frontal regions associated with meaning-making. During a particularly powerful Christmas dream, you might briefly feel the dissolution of boundaries. You're not separate from the people you love, from the beauty around you, from the vast flow of time. You're part of it all, connected, held. This is the dream's gift, temporary relief from isolation. They're also containers for complex emotions. Christmas dreams can be bittersweet, beautiful, and sad at once. You might dream of a perfect Christmas morning and wake with tears, feeling the gap between the dream and your reality. This isn't the dream failing. It's the dream holding space for grief, longing, and love simultaneously. Psychologist Susan David's work on emotional agility, updated in 2024, emphasizes that we can hold multiple, contradictory emotions at once, missing someone and feeling grateful for having known them, longing for the past and accepting the present. Christmas dreams give you permission to feel everything. The peace they offer isn't about denying pain. It's about experiencing the full spectrum of human emotion in a safe container. You can feel loss and love in the same breath. You can be sad about what's gone and grateful for what remains. The dream holds it all without forcing you to choose. Christmas dreams are acts of imagination in service of hope. Hope is not naive optimism. It's the belief that things can be better, that effort matters, that meaning is possible, even in hardship. Dr. Shane Lopez's hope research, continued after his death and updated in 2024, defines hope as having both goals and pathways, wanting something better and believing you can get there. Christmas dreams provide both. They show you the goal, peace, connection, joy, safety, meaning, and they remind you that these states are possible because you've experienced them, at least in dream form. If you can imagine it, if you can feel it even briefly, then it exists as a possibility. The dream isn't promising that life will become easy. It's proving that peace is real, that your heart knows what it needs, and that the capacity for joy and connection lives inside you, ready to be activated when circumstances allow. At their deepest level, Christmas dreams are your psyche's attempt to remember wholeness. Modern life fragments us. We're workers and parents, and citizens and friends and consumers, pulled in countless directions, rarely feeling fully integrated. Christmas dreams offer temporary wholeness. The scattered pieces of yourself come together. The child and adult, the past and present, the individual and the community, the practical and the transcendent, all briefly unified. Psychologist Carl Rogers' concept of the fully functioning person describes someone who is open to experience, lives in the present, trusts themselves, and experiences existential freedom. For most of us, that's an ideal we rarely achieve. But in a Christmas dream, you might touch it. For a few minutes, you're whole. You're not defending, or striving, or worrying. You're simply being, experiencing, feeling. The dream is showing you what integration feels like, giving you a taste of psychological wholeness that you can work toward in waking life. Christmas dreams are also teaching dreams. They're not just processing the past, they're preparing you for the future. Dr. Antti Revonsuo's threat simulation theory, updated with 2024 findings, proposes that dreams help us rehearse for challenges. But dreams don't only simulate threats, they also simulate thriving. When you dream of successful connection, generous giving, experiencing beauty, or feeling peace, you're practicing those states. You're strengthening the neural pathways associated with them. You're teaching your brain that these experiences are possible and desirable. The next time you face a waking opportunity for connection or beauty, those pathways are more accessible. The dream has made them stronger. This is how dreams shape waking behavior, not through conscious memory of dream content, but through the quiet strengthening of emotional patterns and behavioral templates that feel right when similar situations arise in waking life. They serve a regulatory function for your nervous system. Your autonomic nervous system has two main branches: sympathetic for fight or flight and arousal, and parasympathetic for rest and digest and calm. Modern life keeps many people chronically tilted towards sympathetic activation, always alert, always stressed, never fully resting. Sleep itself is parasympathetic, but the content of dreams affects how deeply you can rest. Peaceful, safe dreams allow fuller parasympathetic activation. Research from 2024 on dream content and sleep quality found that positive emotion dreams correlated with lower nighttime cortisol and heart rate, deeper sleep stages, and better next-day mood regulation. Your Christmas dream isn't just a nice experience happening in your head. It's actively down-regulating your stress response, giving your nervous system permission to fully rest, repairing the wear and tear of chronic vigilance. The peace you feel in the dream becomes physiological peace. Lower blood pressure, slower heart rate, relaxed muscles, genuine restoration. Christmas dreams are acts of meaning-making. Viktor Frankl, the psychiatrist who survived concentration camps, wrote that humans can endure almost any suffering if they can find meaning in it. But we struggle with meaninglessness, the sense that our lives don't matter, that we're just going through motions, that nothing we do adds up to anything significant. Christmas dreams offer meaning. They connect you to tradition, to continuity, to the cycle of seasons and years, to the human story of gathering light against darkness and finding hope in the midst of difficulty. Even if you're not religious, the dream connects you to something larger than your individual life. You're part of an ancient pattern. Humans have been celebrating winterlight festivals for thousands of years, gathering together, telling stories, sharing food, creating beauty in the darkest time of year. When you dream of Christmas, you're participating in that ancient pattern, linking yourself to countless generations who also sought and created warmth in the cold, light in the darkness, connection in isolation. They're expressions of your values made visible. You might not consciously articulate what matters most to you, but your dreams know. If Christmas dreams consistently feature family, your dream is telling you that connection matters more to you than achievement. If they feature acts of giving, generosity is a core value. If they feature beauty, lights, decorations, music, aesthetic experience feeds your soul. If they feature children, nurturing and care are central to your sense of self. Dr. Shalom Schwartz's values research, updated in 2024, identifies universal human values: benevolence, universalism, security, tradition, hedonism, achievement, power, stimulation, self-direction, and conformity. Christmas dreams tend to emphasize benevolence, security, and tradition, caring for others, feeling safe, and connecting to something enduring. The dream is showing you what your soul prioritizes. It's externalizing your internal compass, making your values visible so you can recognize and honor them. We now understand that Christmas dreams are multifunctional psychological tools. They gently heal old wounds by providing corrective experiences. They process grief by maintaining connection with lost loved ones. They regulate your nervous system by creating safety signals. They rehearse positive states you can cultivate while awake. They offer narrative continuity across your lifespan. They satisfy spiritual longings for transcendence and meaning. They express and clarify your values. They practice wholeness and integration. They hold complex emotions in safe containers. And they provide hope by proving that peace, beauty, connection, and joy are real. You've felt them, even if only in dreams. The specific holiday doesn't matter. What matters is that your brain has learned to associate certain symbols with these beneficial states, and it uses those symbols when it creates healing experiences while you sleep. This explains why these dreams intensify during difficult times. When the world feels dark, your mind creates light. When you feel alone, it creates connection. When meaning seems absent, it creates significance. The brain is actively working toward balance, using the most powerful symbolic tools in its library. Christmas imagery works because it's emotionally preloaded. You don't have to construct meaning from scratch. The symbols come with meaning already attached, built up through years of cultural conditioning and personal experience. Your brain can deploy them quickly and efficiently. It's like having emergency supplies already packed. When crisis hits, you don't have to gather everything. You just grab the prepared kit. Christmas symbols are your brain's emergency peace kit, ready to deploy when you need comfort most. The revelation includes this understanding: you're more resilient than you might believe. The fact that your brain can create these dreams, can generate experiences of peace and wholeness, even when waking life is difficult, proves you carry the capacity for healing within yourself. You're not broken beyond repair. You're not permanently damaged. You contain the tools for your own restoration. The dreams are evidence. Dr. Anne Maston's research on ordinary magic, the resilience that appears in the midst of adversity, updated in 2024, shows that healing resources often come from within, from the mind's innate drive toward growth and integration. Your Christmas dreams aren't magical intervention from outside. They're your own psyche working on your behalf, using every tool available to help you survive, heal, and maybe even thrive. You are your own healer, and these dreams are part of how you heal yourself. Christmas dreams also function as rehearsals for generosity. When you dream of giving, you're practicing a state of abundance, believing you have enough to share, experiencing the joy of offering something to someone else, feeling the connection that generosity creates. This is radical in a culture that often emphasizes scarcity and competition. Dr. Elizabeth Dunn's research on pro-social spending, updated in 2024, consistently finds that spending money on others produces more happiness than spending it on yourself, and that this pattern holds across cultures and income levels. Your brain knows this. When it dreams of giving, It's reinforcing pathways associated with meaning and connection. It's reminding you that you're not just a consumer or an isolated individual. You're capable of generosity, and that generosity feeds something deep in you. The dream isn't about the gift itself. It's about your capacity to care, to think of others, to find joy in their joy. They're also witnesses to your life. Sometimes you might feel like your experiences don't matter, like you're living a small, insignificant life that nobody sees or cares about. But your dreams see you. They notice what matters to you. They remember what moved you. They honor your joys and sorrows. When you dream of Christmas memories, your father's laugh, your grandmother's cookies, the year you finally felt like you belonged, your psyche is saying, this mattered, this was important. Your life is full of moments worth remembering, worth returning to, worth honoring. You are witnessed, even if only by yourself. Dr. Dan McAdams' narrative identity research, updated in 2024, emphasizes that we need our stories to be heard and validated, even if we're the only ones listening. Your dreams are listening. They're telling you your life has meaning, your experiences matter, you are worth remembering. Christmas dreams teach trust. Trust in the cyclical nature of life. Trust that darkness passes. Trust that community exists even when you feel alone. The fact that Christmas returns every year, that winter always gives way to spring, that the darkest night is followed by gradually lengthening days, creates a template for trust. Things change. Nothing stays terrible forever. If you can survive until the cycle turns, relief will come. Dr. Martin Seligman's learned optimism research, updated in 2024, shows that people who can maintain hope during difficulty recover faster and more completely than those who despair. Christmas dreams feed hope, not through false promises, but through evidence of cyclical change. The dream is saying, remember, things come around again, light returns, connection is possible. You've experienced these things before, and you'll experience them again. Trust the cycle. Trust that life includes both difficulty and relief, and that you're strong enough to survive until the seasons change. At this point, the revelation should be clear. Christmas dreams aren't about nostalgia or sentimentality or commercialism. They're sophisticated psychological processes, using culturally available symbols to meet universal human needs. They're your brain working on your behalf while you sleep, creating experiences that heal, integrate, comfort, and inspire. They're evidence of your resilience, your capacity for meaning-making, your longing for connection, and your fundamental goodness. When you dream of Christmas, you're not escaping reality. You're engaging with the deepest reality, the truth that humans need love, beauty, meaning, connection, and hope, and that your mind will work tirelessly to provide these things using whatever tools it can find. The dream is a gift you're giving yourself. Your unconscious mind is caring for you, the way a good parent cares for a child, offering comfort, creating safety, reminding you of what matters, helping you remember who you are beneath all the stress and noise and difficulty. Understanding this changes how we think about the peace these dreams provide. It's not superficial happiness or denial of difficulty. It's deep peace, the kind that coexists with hardship, that doesn't require perfect circumstances, that comes from feeling connected to yourself and to something larger than yourself. It's the peace of knowing you're cared for, at least by your own psyche. It's the peace of remembering what matters. It's the peace of touching, even briefly, a sense of wholeness and integration. It's the peace that Viktor Frankl found even in concentration camps. Not the peace of easy circumstances, but the peace of meaning, of dignity, of remaining connected to your humanity, even when everything external is terrible. Your Christmas dreams are teaching you that this peace is possible, that you carry it within you, that it doesn't depend on the world being kind. It depends on you maintaining connection to what makes you human: love, beauty, memory, hope, imagination, and the courage to keep creating meaning even when everything seems meaningless. The dreams are also invitations. They're not just showing you what was or what might be. They're inviting you to bring these qualities into your waking life, to create more beauty, to practice generosity, to build connection, to honor your memories, to trust in cycles and change, to notice moments of light in darkness, to be present for others, to allow yourself to be vulnerable and seek help when needed, to cultivate peace not by avoiding difficulty, but by remaining connected to what matters most. The dream is a template. It's showing you this is what it feels like when you're aligned with your values, when you're experiencing connection, when you're creating meaning. Now, how can you bring more of this into your waking hours? Not by recreating the perfect Christmas. That's impossible and unnecessary, but by honoring what the dream represents, the human capacity for creating warmth in cold times, light in dark places, connection in isolation, beauty in difficult circumstances. Recent research from 2024 on post-traumatic growth, the positive psychological changes that can occur after severe difficulty, shows that people who find meaning in hardship often do so by connecting to universal human experiences and values. They realize they're not alone in suffering. They recognize that others have survived similar things. They discover strength and compassion they didn't know they possessed. Christmas dreams, especially for people who've experienced trauma or loss, can be part of this meaning-making process. The dream says, yes, terrible things happened, but you're still capable of experiencing beauty, still capable of love, still connected to what's good in human experience. The trauma is real, but it's not the whole story. You contain multitudes. You can hold both grief and joy, both wound and strength, both memory of pain and capacity for peace. The dream helps you remember that you're more than what hurt you. So here is the full revelation. Christmas dreams are acts of love, from your unconscious mind to your conscious self. They're your psyche saying, I see you're struggling. I know you're tired. Let me create a space where you can rest. Let me remind you of beauty and connection. Let me show you that peace is real, that you've experienced it before, that you're capable of experiencing it again. Let me bring back the people you loved, so you can feel their care once more. Let me create light and warmth while you sleep, so you wake a little less alone, a little more hopeful, a little more able to face whatever comes. The dreams aren't magic from outside, they're magic from within. Your own capacity for self-care, self-healing, self-compassion, made visible in symbol and story while you sleep. You are both the giver and receiver of this gift. You are healing yourself with the most powerful tools you have: memory, imagination, meaning, and love. And now, in our final section, we'll explore what this means for how you live, how you can honor these dreams, and how you can cultivate the peace they offer, even in waking life. You might be feeling tired now. That's perfectly fine. Breathe slowly. Feel the cycles, like seasons turning, like breath moving in and out, like your heart beating in steady rhythm. You are also part of that eternal movement. You don't need to hold on to anything. Let everything unfold in its perfect order, like planets silently rotating in their orbits, unhurried, unresisting, simply existing. We're almost there now. Knowing what Christmas dreams are changes how we can work with them. You don't have to wait passively for a dream to arrive. You can cultivate conditions that make peaceful dreams more likely. Research from 2024 on dream incubation, intentionally influencing dream content, shows that simple practices before sleep can guide dreaming. Spending a few minutes before bed thinking about what brings you peace, looking at images that evoke calm, or reading something gentle and beautiful can seed your mind with material it might use during sleep. You're not forcing dreams. but you're offering your brain high-quality symbolic material to work with. Creating rituals around sleep helps signal to your brain that rest is safe. In our always-on culture, many people struggle to transition from waking stress to sleep peace. Dr. Rafael Pelayo's sleep research, updated in 2024, emphasizes that the hour before sleep sets the stage for dream content and sleep quality. Dimming lights gradually, playing soft music, engaging in gentle activities, avoiding screens and stressful news. These create an environment where peaceful dreams are more likely. You're helping your brain shift from sympathetic to parasympathetic activation, from alert to calm, from defended to open. The ritual becomes a bridge, guiding you from the demands of day into the restoration of night. Gratitude practices before sleep specifically influence dream content. When you spend time before bed noticing what you're grateful for, even small things, even during difficult times, you're priming your brain to notice goodness. Research from 2024 found that people who practiced gratitude journaling before bed had more positive emotion dreams and reported better sleep quality. You're not denying difficulty. You're training your attention to also notice what's working, what's beautiful, what you have, rather than what you lack. This balanced attention carries into dreams, creating space for peace even when waking life is challenging. Maintaining connection to beauty matters. In a world often focused on utility and productivity, beauty can seem frivolous, but beauty feeds something essential in humans. Research from 2024 on aesthetic experiences shows they activate reward centers, reduce stress hormones, and increase feelings of meaning and connection. Deliberately seeking beauty in nature, art, music, poetry, simple moments gives your brain material for beautiful dreams. You're filling your inner library with images and experiences that can comfort you during sleep. The sunset you paused to watch, the music that moved you, the kind face you noticed. These become resources your dreaming mind can draw on. Processing emotions while awake helps dreams do their work more effectively. When you suppress or avoid difficult feelings during the day, they often emerge in dreams as anxiety, chaos, or nightmares. But when you allow yourself to feel things as they arise, crying when sad, expressing anger appropriately, talking through grief, you're doing some of the emotional work that dreams would otherwise have to handle. Dr. James Pennebaker's expressive writing research, updated in 2024, shows that putting feelings into words reduces their emotional charge and improves both mental and physical health. The more emotional processing you do while awake, the more your dreams can focus on integration and meaning-making rather than crisis management. You're partners with your dreams. You handle what you can consciously, and dreams handle the deeper integration work you can't do intentionally. Understanding your dreams as communications from yourself creates a different relationship with your inner life. Instead of dismissing dreams as random or weird, you can receive them as messages. What is your psyche trying to tell you? What do you need that you're not acknowledging? What matters to you that you're ignoring in waking life? If you keep dreaming of home, maybe you're homesick for connection or safety. If you dream of giving gifts, maybe generosity is calling you. If you dream of light in darkness, maybe you need hope. Dr. Clara Hill's dream interpretation research, updated in 2024, emphasizes that the dreamer is the ultimate authority on their dream's meaning. Nobody else can tell you what your dream means, but you can learn to listen to what your own psyche is communicating, treating your dreams as wise counsel from the part of you that sees more clearly than your waking defenses allow. Creating peace in waking life makes peaceful dreams more likely and less necessary. This might sound contradictory, but it's not. When your waking life includes adequate rest, real connection, meaningful work, regular beauty, and emotional processing, your dreams don't have to work as hard to provide these things. They can deepen and enrich what's already present, rather than compensating for what's absent. Dr. Matthew Walker's research from 2024 emphasizes that good sleep isn't just about duration, it's about quality, and quality is affected by how you live during the day. If you cultivate peace while awake, that peace continues into sleep. Your dreams become celebrations of your life, rather than corrections to it. This is the highest form of dream health, when sleep deepens and reflects the goodness you're creating while awake. Honoring your need for rest is a radical act in productivity-obsessed culture. Sleep is often seen as wasted time, and dreams are dismissed as meaningless. But you now know better. Sleep is when you heal, integrate, process, prepare, and restore. Dreams are sophisticated psychological work. When you prioritize sleep, protect your rest time, and respect your need for dreams, you're acknowledging that you're more than a productive unit. You're a complex being who needs more than efficiency. You need beauty, story, symbol, meaning, and mystery. You need time when you're not in control, when your unconscious can work without interference. Honoring sleep is honoring your full humanity. The peace Christmas dreams offer isn't meant to be kept private. When you experience it, you can share it. Not by telling everyone your dreams, but by bringing the qualities they represent into your interactions. Be the person who creates warmth for others. Offer light when others are in darkness. Practice generosity. Create beauty in small ways. Welcome people. Notice moments worth celebrating. The dream shows you peace. You can be peace for others. Dr. Barbara Fredrickson's research on positive emotions, updated in 2024, shows that positive emotions are contagious. When you experience and express them, they spread to others. Your Christmas dreams peace can ripple outward through your actions, creating small pockets of warmth and safety in a difficult world. These dreams remind us that humans are fundamentally meaning-making creatures. We don't just exist, we interpret our existence. We don't just survive, we create significance. Even in the most difficult circumstances, humans find or create meaning. Christmas dreams are evidence of this capacity. They take simple symbols, a tree, lights, snow, and invest them with profound meaning about home, love, safety, hope, and continuity. This is what humans do. We make meaning, and you can do this intentionally while awake. You can choose to interpret your life as meaningful rather than meaningless, as part of a larger story rather than as isolated and insignificant. The interpretation you choose shapes your experience profoundly. Accepting the bittersweetness of nostalgia is part of mature peace. Christmas dreams often bring both joy and sadness. Joy for what was, sadness for what's gone. This is nostalgia, pleasure, and pain intertwined. Recent research from 2024 shows that people who can tolerate ambivalent emotions have better psychological health than those who insist emotions be purely positive or purely negative. Life is complicated. You can miss someone and be grateful they were in your life. You can be sad about the past and hopeful about the future. You can wish things were different while accepting how they are. The dream holds this complexity without forcing resolution. It teaches you that peace doesn't require perfect happiness. It requires the capacity to feel everything without being destroyed by any single feeling. Christmas dreams also point toward the human need for ritual and tradition. In modern life, many traditional structures have weakened. Family dispersal, religious decline, cultural fragmentation, but the need for ritual remains. Humans need repeated, meaningful actions that connect us across time, that mark certain moments as special, that link us to others who perform the same rituals. You can create your own meaningful rituals, even small ones, lighting a candle each evening, taking a few minutes to reflect before sleep, returning to certain music or readings that ground you. celebrating small, personal milestones. These rituals meet the same need that cultural Christmas rituals meet. They create continuity, mark time as meaningful, and connect you to something larger than the present moment. The dreams teach that imagination is survival equipment. Your ability to imagine conditions better than your current reality, to envision peace you haven't yet experienced, to create beauty in your mind before creating it in the world, is fundamentally important. Imagination is how humans have survived and thrived. We imagine solutions before we build them. We imagine connection before we create it. We imagine peace before we live it. Your Christmas dream exercises this capacity, keeping your imagination alive even during times when reality offers little to hope for. Dr. Tanya Singer's research on compassion and imagination, updated in 2024, shows that imagining others' experiences and different possible futures is essential to both empathy and resilience. These dreams connect you to the child you were, the one who could lie on grass watching clouds, who felt wonder at fireflies, who believed kindness was natural. That child still exists within you, not as a separate entity, but as a layer of your psyche, a way of being that's still accessible. Wonder, delight, trust, play, openness, and belief in goodness aren't childish. They're human capacities you need at every age. The dream says, you're still that person, underneath everything. The open-hearted child is still here. You don't have to wait for sleep to access what the dreams offer. You can cultivate these states while awake through intentional practice. Mindfulness meditation, spending time in nature, engaging with art, practicing gratitude, serving others, creating beauty, nurturing relationships. All these activities activate some of the same neural networks that peaceful dreams activate. You're training your brain to find peace, meaning, connection, and beauty in waking life. The dreams become less about compensation and more about deepening. They enrich what you're already cultivating during the day. Christmas dreams teach forgiveness toward yourself and others. They often feature people at their best, family members kind and loving, yourself as innocent and hopeful, even flawed people showing up with generosity. The dream offers a gentler lens. Maybe your parent really did love you, even if they didn't always show it well. Maybe you really were trying your best, even when you failed. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting harm. It means seeing the full picture, the harm and the love, the failure and the effort. The dream helps you hold complexity with less bitterness, more compassion. They remind you that you've survived every difficult moment of your life so far. You might forget this during hard times, but it's true. You've made it through 100% of your worst days. You've survived losses, disappointments, failures, and hardships that once seemed insurmountable. And part of how you survived was through your capacity to find or create moments of peace, beauty, and connection even in difficulty. Christmas dreams are evidence of this capacity. Even when things are hard, your mind can still create experiences of peace. You're more resilient than you know. The fact that you can still dream beautiful dreams after everything you've been through proves it. These dreams are especially important now, in late 2024 and early 2025, when global challenges feel overwhelming: climate change, political polarization, economic anxiety, social fragmentation, ongoing recovery from pandemic impacts. The world carries heavy burdens. In this context, dreams that offer peace, connection, and meaning aren't escapes from reality. They're essential resources for continued engagement. You can't stay in the fight for a better world if you're completely depleted. You need rest, restoration, hope, and reminders of what you're fighting for. Christmas dreams offer this. They show you what's worth protecting: human connection, beauty, kindness, home, safety, love. They're not distracting you from the work, they're fueling you for it. Understanding Christmas dreams as self-healing also means recognizing when you might benefit from additional support. Dreams are powerful, but they're not sufficient alone if you're dealing with trauma, depression, severe anxiety, or other mental health challenges. If your dreams are consistently frightening, if you can't sleep, if you wake exhausted, or if waking life feels unmanageable, consider seeking support from a therapist or counselor. Professional help isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's recognizing that some healing work is best done in partnership. Your dreams are working on your behalf, but sometimes you benefit from conscious, waking support too. The dreams teach that peace is not a destination, but a practice. You won't arrive at permanent peace where nothing ever disturbs you. Life includes challenge, loss, and difficulty. But you can become more skilled at finding or creating peace in the midst of whatever's happening. The dream shows you, even during sleep, when you have no conscious control, your mind is working toward peace. This capacity is always available. You can call on it while awake too. When stress rises, you can pause and breathe. When isolation threatens, you can reach out. When meaning feels absent, you can create it. When darkness dominates, you can light a candle, literal or metaphorical. Peace isn't something you achieve once. It's something you practice every day, in small moments, returning to it again and again. Christmas dreams are ultimately about love. Love given, love received, love remembered, love longed for, love made visible through symbol and story. Dr. Barbara Fredrickson's research on love, updated in 2024, defines love as micro-moments of positive connection, brief experiences of warmth, understanding, and care. Christmas dreams are full of these micro-moments. A grandmother's smile, the warmth of being welcomed, the joy of giving, the beauty of light in darkness. Each moment a small experience of love. You don't need perfect relationships or ideal circumstances. You just need to notice and cultivate micro-moments of connection, and they accumulate into a life that feels meaningful and warm. They also teach that you are never truly alone. Even when physically isolated, you carry others inside you, their voices, their values, their love. The people who shaped you, who cared for you, who taught you, who loved you, they're part of your internal world now. When they appear in your Christmas dreams, they're not ghosts, they're aspects of yourself, ways you've internalized their presence and wisdom. You can call on them while awake too. In a difficult moment, you can ask, what would my grandmother say? How would my friend handle this? What would the wisest, kindest version of myself do here? You're not actually alone. You're accompanied by everyone who's ever mattered to you. Christmas dreams point toward a profound truth. Peace is possible, even in a difficult world, even in a difficult life, even in a difficult moment. The dream proves it. You've felt it. It's real. And if it's real in dreams, it can be real while awake too. Not perfectly, not constantly, but genuinely. You can find slivers of peace in the midst of stress, moments of connection in loneliness, glimpses of beauty in ugliness, sparks of hope in despair. The dream shows you that reality includes more than just difficulty. It also includes light, warmth, kindness, and love. These dreams are invitations to become who you already are at your best. The generous person you are when you dream of giving, the loving person you are when you dream of connection, the peaceful person you are when you dream of safety, the wonder-filled person you are when you dream of beauty. These aren't false versions of you. They're aspects of yourself that get buried under stress and survival mode. But they're still there, still real. The dream is saying, this is also who you are. When you wake, you can choose to honor that fuller version of yourself. You can make choices that align with who you are in your best dreams. Christmas dreams reconnect us with fundamental human needs: safety, belonging, love, beauty, and meaning. They cut through modern complexity to remind us what truly matters. We're not fundamentally broken, we're fundamentally human, which means we're capable of peace, connection, and love. The dream knows this truth and helps you remember it. Even in difficulty, your capacity for peace lives within you. The dream is proof you contain the tools for your own healing. And so, our quiet journey through Christmas dreams comes to a gentle close. We've traveled from the mystery of why these dreams feel different, through the evidence of what happens in your sleeping brain, to the revelation of what these dreams actually are: acts of self-healing, exercises in meaning-making, gifts from your unconscious mind to your conscious self. From colorful lights glowing in darkness to the warmth of long-ago embraces, we've glimpsed how your mind uses symbols to create peace, to practice love, to maintain hope even when waking life is difficult. Christmas dreams remind us that we are meaning makers, that we're never truly alone, that peace is possible, even in hardship. Much of the healing work happens in silence, while we sleep, in the mysterious space where memory and imagination collaborate. These dreams teach us patience with ourselves, trust in cycles, and the courage to keep hoping. Without them, we might forget that our lives have continuity, that we carry the people we loved inside us, that beauty and connection are real and worth creating. By pausing to notice, we glimpse the extraordinary in the ordinary, that every night, your own mind is working to heal you, comfort you, and remind you what matters most. And here's the 101st truth. Peace isn't something we find in dreams. Peace is something we bring to dreams. And you brought it here tonight. Take the deepest breath you can, as deep as possible. Think about consciousness itself. Yours, mine, everyone listening, all awareness everywhere. Perhaps all connected in ways we don't yet understand. You are not alone in the universe of minds. Let your entire being dissolve into the ocean of consciousness, into dreamless rest, into the space before thought. Prepare for deep sleep. No boundaries left, only peace. If this thoughtful exploration of the mind made you feel less alone, whisper it forward to someone awake tonight. It may bring comfort to one more wandering consciousness, but there's no need to do anything now. Nothing at all. You've traveled far tonight, farther than most journeys take you. You can allow these thoughts of dreams and psychology to fade now, like morning mist, dissolving in gentle sunlight, leaving only the warm calm behind. Let your breathing deepen. Let your body feel heavier, as if sinking into the earth itself, held and supported. If sleep comes, let it carry you like a river flowing to the sea, smoothly, inevitably, into a realm where time and weight no longer matter. If your eyes are still open, the next video is waiting for you, ready to continue the journey. But if they're closed, stay there. Stay in the darkness that feels safe and warm. Tomorrow, Christmas dreams will still be there. The symbols of light and warmth will still carry their ancient meaning. Your capacity for peace will still live inside you. But tonight belongs to stillness. Rest well, peaceful dreamer. And remember, you are both the dreamer and the dream, both the seeker and what you seek, both the question and the answer. The peace you're looking for is already here, in you, as you. Dream deeper with Bedtime Science. Good night.